Welcome back to the Talking About Sports 2020 NFL Draft Special. Again, joined by A.K. Magula of the Dolphins, formerly of the Bears, the AAF Hotshots as well. AK's been all over the game, and Charles Arbuckle, our good buddy, former UCLA, Indianapolis Colts, and New Orleans Saints tight end, joins us as well. And guys, let's keep this thing rolling. We move into pick number 6, the Los Angeles now Chargers. And I think this is an interesting place because clearly they're going with, at least on paper right now, Tyrod Taylor on paper for the 2020 season. There's a lot of talk about them with quarterback, maybe Justin Herbert as a West Coast guy, Tua if he falls there, a whole lot of things in place for this team. What do we think for the Chargers?
I think the problem for me with the Chargers is, okay, they've gotten rid of Phillip Rivers, so you know they need a quarterback, right? And the other part that plays into this is there's been a lot of talk, will Cam Newton end up there or not? It doesn't seem like that's going to happen before the draft. The draft is going to take place. Trey Turner, a great pickup as a right guard for them. They're going to need to protect whoever that is. I really think they're going to draft a quarterback, but they keep saying that Tyrod is the guy. So it's a little bit confusing to me with what they're doing. I just don't think if they have Justin Herbert and they think he's the guy, they stay in that spot and they pick him. If not, I could easily see them making a move down to let someone else get into that spot to get a Justin Herbert. But who is that? So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. And I think you just hit the nail on the head. Do they like Tua more than they like Herbert? Is that a possibility if Tua tends to slip down, which I don't think will happen? There are so many variables with the Chargers to me. They need offensive tackle. They need a linebacker. Their linebacking crew needs to be improved. Edge rusher, of course. So I think there's some other places they can go, even though they have some guys like Joey Bosa and others that can play and well. I really think the Chargers are in a position they kind of control it, right? They can pick a quarterback or they can trade out of that spot and let somebody else who really wants to have that quarterback move into that spot.
Yeah, I agree with you, Charles. I mean, yeah, if they don't decide to go quarterback, it will be offensive line and especially a tackle. I mean, this was one of the worst lines on paper, and it seemed like I just got frustrated and just said, screw it, I'm going to just throw it. He just couldn't do it anymore.
No. I would, as I look at this team, I just wonder what the philosophy is. Are they trying to win now or are they trying to long haul, right? And I think if they're trying to win now, then quarterback probably isn't the pick. The problem is, look, we talked about that offensive line being and just ridiculously bad. The problem is, have we seen an offensive lineman that is worthy of the 6th pick in the draft? I don't know that I see any of those guys on this board. It's different from the years where we had Eric Fisher and different guys that played those types of positions. I don't know that we have that right now, and I think that's a very, very interesting piece.
The other thing to consider too is them moving into the new facility.
Right.
It also plays a role. I don't know if people really give that enough credit, but I think that plays a factor in what you want to do. Whether they should have left or not, that LA is a Rams town. It's not a Chargers town. I still want to say San Diego Chargers. I know that's not the case for Los Angeles Chargers. But with that said, when you're going to move into a new facility with 70,000 people, and it's going to be state of the art when they get to it, and when fans are allowed, again, we're speculating that the NFL season will start on time or there may be a delay. But if there is an issue with social distancing and we still have to have games played without fans, that stadium is going to be a place that people want to go and see. And if the Chargers are only getting 20,000, I'm not saying a quarterback is going to make the difference, but you got to have some marquee power in LA. Having gone to school there, having played there, you've got to have something for those fans, especially when you're not a team like the Raiders that used to be there or the Rams, who have more cachet and more fans in the LA area to me than San Diego, See, I want to say it again. The lost.
Yep. Trust me, I feel your pain. I just think this is the Chargers have a chance to really. I mean, I know we talked about what could happen with Detroit at 3, but the Chargers have a chance to maybe turn this draft on its head by either going up or moving back, depending on what they decide to do. Now, if they stand pat, that's one thing. But if they go up or back, they could turn this draft on its head. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what the LA Chargers end up doing.
Question is, do you guys think Jordan Love is in play here? With
At
Tyron?
6, I don't see that at 6. Look, I wasn't that upset with Gettleman when he jumped up there to take Daniel Jones at that spot. And some people were like, that's too high. You could have got him low. If you love a guy, go get the guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if the Chargers love Jordan Love like that, just pick him at 6.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be there. So there shouldn't even be any conversation coming out of their camp because they know their guy's gonna be there at 6. Yep. So the reality to me is, again, they have a chance to turn it on its head. Trading back for Love, turn it on its head. Trade up for Herbert or Tua, turn it on its head. Sit pat and take Love at 6, still turns the draft on its head.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then so
yeah, I really, yeah.